Hi loves, Maya is here. I am transformational coach, feminine embodiment coach, and tantra educator. And today I would like to talk about concepts that we all hear, especially in the spiritual community. It's a big deal. Self-love. I feel like in a spiritual community, self-love became the word equivalent love to the way we use it, right? We label it to everything, and then it's so hard to figure out what it is, the actual self-love, and how you can actually experience it, and what is it. Because self-love, it's not the bubble bath. Self-love is not your favorite cake. Self-love is not traveling. Self-love is actually not doing. It's not about what is it that you do for yourself. Because we do many things. Does it mean that we mean what we do? Does it mean that we put our heart into what we do? We're very good at doing, right? We've been kind of like, we spent the past, over 2,000 years really good at doing, at following certain directions and at following certain guidance just because, we have to, or, that's the order, or, everybody does it, so I have to do it too. So self-love has nothing to do with what is it that you doing. You can sit and do nothing and can be 100% into the state of self-love. So self-love is not an action. Self-love is your ability being able to shift into the state of self-acceptance, self-compassion, and self-soothing. It's that ability to be for yourself the most nourishing, loving parent. And you don't have to have necessarily a role model for it. It's just something that you able to suddenly experience. And we conditioned, especially women, conditioned to give. So we're very good at nurturing everybody else but ourselves. And that creates so many issues. First of all, you cannot constantly give without filling your cup. And second of all, it creates a lot of resentment because you usually go into overgiving and you're blocking any kind of receiving, and you're blocking your receiving energy, you're blocking your feminine energy, and then it's just like a snowball. And it's important to just be mindful, right? Because our energy follows our attention. So the moment you put your attention on, how do I feel about myself? Do I support myself? Every time you caught that negative voice, the voice of your ego, the voice of your patterns, right? Every time you feel like you're demanding your stuff from yourself, you're beating yourself up, calling yourself horrible names, because we are the worst critics for ourselves. Every time you spot that, you're just shifting into the state of this love, pouring love, where you look at yourself and be just like, I'm so amazing. I've been through so much. I'm dealing with this challenge. I am a mess in this moment, but I have so much self-compassion. I love myself in my mess. This is what self-love is. And I want to tell you a very short story because I'm not an alien who doesn't deal with this, or who never experienced it, or who just got it and like, oh, I'm done. I want you to understand that this is a human nature, and this is something that we just need to be mindful every single time. And it's not a destination. It's just one of the tools that actually helps us to work with our energy, make a shift, and become much more conscious. So the story that I want to share with you is, I love to travel, and I have a couple places in the world that I love to come back to because I just feel amazing there. So one of the places for me is Rome. I absolutely in love with Italy overall, but Rome, there's just something so magical, so comfortable for my body. It feels like home. I could swear that I lived in Rome, you know, in one of the past lives. And, you know, I usually start missing Rome. Eventually, in a couple of years, I'm like, oh, I want to be back. I want to be back. So last year, I was going through a very challenging personal moment in my relationship. And I said to myself, you know what? I am dealing with so many things right now. I feel like I deserve some self-love and I deserve some support. So I'm going to go to Rome. And I booked my trip in a week and I left, I feel like, in 10 days. So it was super rapid. I put everything together. I created a great itinerary for myself. And I was super excited on my way to Rome. I was super excited to come to Rome. I was super excited for the first 24 hours in Rome. And then I remembered it was the evening and I went to Spanish Plaza and I Spanish stairs, and I sat on the stairs in a gorgeous, beautiful dress. And I felt horrible. I felt so disconnected from myself, and I was blaming myself for all the challenges that I've been going through. I've been blaming myself for not being perfect, for not being enough, for not doing the way other people do. And that was a funny moment because it's a gorgeous summer evening. I am sitting in one of the most beautiful places. I am wearing one of the most gorgeous dresses that I have in my wardrobe. And I am rejecting myself. And that was an insanely uncomfortable experience. And after that evening, I actually got sick. I had a pretty severe cold. So the moral of the story that I wanted to share, that it's not about doing at all. It's about your self-compassion, your self-acceptance, and self-soothing. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions. I am doing a lot of different coaching offerings. I'm helping people to actually connect deeper to who they truly are and liberate from their patterns. It's a credo of my business: live your power, not your pattern. So I would be very happy to support you. I'm offering a free consultation. I also offering online group classes, and I'm always happy and excited to support you on your transformational process. Please truly and really love yourself. It will transform your life.